Hello, Pirates. I see that this game is back and poppin'. The recent updates, bug fixes, as well as even the game going on sale. There's a lot of new returning players coming back to this game. But there might still be some moments like this. There isn't much to worry about. This only happens pretty rarely. This video will be about general macro tips that you can use to help improve your chances of winning every game. First of which is, play the game like it's Titanfall 2 on X. So while a lot of people are familiar with other FPS games like Apex Legends, this game is very unique in its movement and its gunplay kinda. But even if your playstyle isn't based around movement, knowing how to get from point A to point B much faster than other players can prove advantageous in many scenarios. The average speed of that run was around 43 kilometers per hour, comparable to double the normal sprinting speed, or stim sprinting speed. Even just honing the basics can get you very far. Although to get the top spot, you need to be fluent at speed preservation and know how to wall kick. And of course, you can further bolster your movement speed with the stim and grab abilities. You can get good with these abilities, plus having good movement can cross maps in under 30 seconds. Moving from movement is positioning. Like other FPS games, the ideal positions would be ones with cover to mitigate damage, as well as good sightlines to deal damage. In this example, I use fast movement to go a little further in the middle of the map, where I know I would meet the enemy. I place myself on high ground to try to get some kills.
Captured.
This applies especially for Titan movement. You need to make up the lack of movement to get out of sticky situations. From position, I want to talk about your playstyle. You can really play this game however you feel like. Whether that playstyle may stem from COD or Apex, as long as it works for you, or if you enjoy playing it like it. Mine is going fast or movement based, shooting while moving. There's a stability to the movement, as well as the low time to kill, heavily incentivize this kind of playstyle. Even given a chance, waiting for an execute. Like this guy, no idea. While there is a place and a time to either stay in place or move. Because of the axis of movement in this game, you can become an easy target for those who know how to deal with it. Even when I stay still, usually it's not long before I move again.
Nice double kill, kid.
So the next thing I want to talk about is learn how to play with and against Titans. I will use this game as an example. Majority of their team actually have relatively good aim, and would probably beat me and my team in most pilot fights. By the time Titans start coming down, we're already down 60 points. By the end of the game, we win by a little over 200.
Wait, what? We won!
So why did that happen? The gameplay between pilots and Titans is very different. And game modes that have both of them are basically playing two games.
Titan almost ready.
Pilots play a more traditional style of FPS. When playing against other pilots, it's more heavily aim and reaction based, while Titans take a more methodical approach. Facing other Titans is more decision making and interaction based. These things can be applied to pilot versus Titan fights as well. Here, I use high ground to slowly poke health, eventually kill them with help from my team.
Good to go. Call it when ready.
This being the main way to play against Titans as a pilot. Also as a pilot, you need to pick whether to target an enemy pilot or Titan to make the most of the situation. This can vary on a lot of things such as who's targeting you or your teammates, the time to kill of a given target, or even your cover. In this case, battery.
Yeah, just like that. Go nuts out there.
For Titans, it's just the other way around. Eliminating pilots is quick, but you need to keep tabs on your resources to stay efficient. Many Titans like playing a hero shooter, and with a lot more nuances to keep track of. Don't be afraid to use your health pool as well as your abilities to kill pilots. Following are examples of if the player doesn't know how to deal with Titans. That first guy probably shouldn't have been standing on the opening of the roof like that. He comes back to his Titan only to find it being guarded.
Gonna be happy in a few.
The second guy didn't know about them angles. Then he comes back to die a third time.
The pilot is terrified of you.
And the next few Titans were also just outnumbered.
Winning. Keep it up, and there's a bottle of champagne for each of you.
Friendly Titan attacking the target. Multiple Titans engaged. Advise to prioritize the targets. Enemy pilot has ejected. Enemy Titan destroyed. Friendly Titan attacking the target. Enemy pilot eliminated. Enemy Titan eliminated.
Dominating.
At this point, the whole team has Titans, and we're up by 100 points. And it just snowballs from there. Another thing I see new players struggle with is Titan versus Titan fights. The main thing when fighting another Titan is how your counterplay is going to be. Titan's Vortex Shield is the ability you want to use against Titans, but don't want to get missile barrages to deal lots of damage. Use Vortex Shield or the missiles. You end up with a health advantage.
Pilot attacking.
Remnant fleet
For
reinforcements
example of
inbound.
using cover.
Laser core ready.
Terrified of you.
One big Titan mechanic people should know is Titan boxing. Typically, when you melee a Titan, you can't get meleeed back for a short period. Here's a little example. I box him out and I have the advantage. When he hits me first, I move to the side Change my angle and my timing. If you can get good at that, prevent and get many more Titan kills and terminations. I would go in depth about Titan matchups or scenarios, but it is very good to know them. You should also still have the awareness and caution while playing as a Titan. You can find and capitalize potential opportunities and mitigate damage taken. Awareness is also a key thing to have in this game, as things can get hectic and hard to keep track of. And one of the best ways to keep track of what is going on is the HUD, specifically the map. Those show friendly and enemy AI, friendly and scanned enemy pilots, friendly and enemy Titans in ally vision, batteries, and visualized sound, presented by orange highlights. All these things can help if you don't have a line of sight of a particular thing. Scoreboard will tell points from the current objective, and the banners right below will show how many people has a Titan ready and has a Titan out. Kill feed can also serve as a budget kill report perk. The detailed scoreboard can also show who's dead, has a Titan, and if they're in it or not. And just a little note, different game modes will have different scoreboards. They're pretty comprehensive and easy to read. Like for Bounty Hunt, the colored bar is the current team score or your hard cash, and the dark yellow portion is the bonus or soft cash. The team can cash out at the end of each round at the banks in specific locations of the map. Of course, there are the obvious things to pay attention to, like audio or visual cues. Aim to know that to improve your game. The last thing I want to talk about is map awareness. Basically, what is happening around the map and how to play accordingly. First, go over how fights are made. There are mainly two kinds. First one would be small fights or random skirmishes. It'll usually be a 1v1 with maybe a couple other people around. Of course, the sound of gunfire will draw other players into the mix, which leads to a center of attention. Basically, that's when there is multiple people focusing on one commotion or one or two big targets. It was a little more dangerous. That's if you put yourself in the middle. You can be targeted by multiple people. So knowing where the center is very important as it can last entire games. As an example, in this game, it's always around the open back area. Usually, the best things to play with this kind of situation is to stay out of the center and fire inward or rotate around it. So another concept similar to this is map control. Pretty self-explanatory. Just what player, team, is controlling what part of the map. Control, a little bit ambiguous, so it's just more like existing in that area and keeping that locked down. When I keep this kind of area in your head is when to stay away from or look out for. It's especially true for Titan control. Titan control is basically the same thing, but with Titans. But as they're just as lethal to a pilot as to other pilots are, on top of them being much harder to kill, it's a lot harder to deal with strong Titan control. In the same example, the enemy team has been playing around the back open area, making it hard to contest their space, let alone kill them. Along with the fact that they all have their Titans, make a situation like this most likely losing game. Position behind them to try to deal damage and divert their attention, but it's a little effect. If you want to try and fix or change the center of attention, try and rotate around the map and see if you can start a fight at a different location. You might find another player doing the same, player just respawn, or just kill some AI along the way. Also, as a final tip, please
Alright,
just get to the dropship.
Get out of here.
If you evacuate, you get the same rewards as if you won the match. But for the winning team, there's not much benefit to destroying the dropship either. So just let them go. Alright, that's it for this video. Have fun playing Titanfall. Peace light.